time to take yourself into another realm. The sleep realm. Or the realm where you try to get sleep. Because none of us fucking can anymore. Right, Danny?
It's freaking hard to get good night's sleep now, dude.
Christ.
Especially today with this daylight saving stuff, dude.
Who are we saving, you know? It ain't Jesus. It ain't me. It ain't you.
Why does the day need saving?
Yeah, what the fuck are we saving, America? Huh? Because that's what this is about. This is a domestic issue here. This isn't about anyone else.
This is the when we talk about domestic terrorism, this should be the top one.
Hey, dude, that is a great argument. I mean, what? There's no bigger thief than time.
Wow.
And if they're gonna control time, they're controlling the biggest thief. I mean, talk about a racket, guys.
Wow.
Time bandits. That's a reference to Deadliest Catch.
Hey, Time Bandit is the best freaking ship right there.
They're pretty badass.
I know this is not the
this is the platform.
This is perfect. This
is our platform.
Okay. I love Deadliest Catch, and I think we said it because we're like, fuck, I wish I was manly enough. Well, not manly enough, but
yeah,
we know we won't be able to survive that. You're probably right.
I'll admit to that.
But definitely I'll be laying down before going to sleep, and I'll catch like an hour of like Deadliest Catch.
I'd be the cook on that boat, dude.
Oh, I would love to be the cook.
I would clean dishes. I'd be the chambermaid.
I just don't want... Oh, was Dad Captain? You want me to light your cigarette? Yeah, absolutely. Let me do that for you.
Dude,
right away.
I would be someone's butt dog on that boat, dude.
Oh,
I would not want to go outside.
I do not want to go outside.
You guys need me to clean your boots?
Oh, I got you.
Everyone's boots clean?
Oh, somebody blew up the bathroom?
Don't worry about it. That's what I'm here for.
That's what I'm here. I'll take it.
I'm your guy.
I'm your dude, man. I'm your dude.
Toilet Terry, that's what they call me.
Definitely will watch definitely will catch an episode or two before going to sleep. But going back to time, my freaking 8th grade English teacher, I can't remember her name, but it was in Willow Glen Middle School. Whenever like you'll just like zone out or not pay attention, she would say this thing, and it used to piss me off. But now I'm a teacher, I'm like, damn, I'll probably use it one of these days. But she used to say, Daniel, time is passing. Will you?
What does that mean? Does she mean die?
No, like time is passing by. Are you gonna pass your class though? Because you're wasting your time. Time is passing. Yeah. Will you?
But wouldn't oh no, I get it now. But wouldn't it be funny if you're like, are you trying to say I need to cross over? What do you mean? Pass away?
Did I die?
Do you hate me that much? It's totally twisted on her.
Are you saying I should go kill myself?
Yeah. Well, you can join the club. There's a long list. Yeah.
So original.
Wow. Haven't heard that one before. Daniel.
Wow.
Oh, well, that makes sense. You're a Morrissey fan.
I am a Morrissey fan.
No, I know, but this is being your teacher.
Imagine.
Big surprise.
No. Imagine like, I was like, what, 12, 13? Don't even know who Morrissey is. Like, I think I haven't touched that. I haven't passed that gate yet.
Yes.
And imagine she would have gone up to me and be like, oh, you must like Morrissey, don't you? And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You'll know.
Or she does, yeah. She does that whole passing comment, and then later she kind of walks by your desk and hands you a Morrissey CD. That's your homework for tonight.
You would thank me later.
If you need to cry and hug your pillow, that's okay.
Hey, seeing 6 hours of me later laying down with my the freaking big ass headphones and like the CD player with the CD like this, with the CD of Morrissey like this.
And then you're just like, all right, I had to break it out.
Sometimes you need a good cry.
I had to use my soundboard.
Yeah.
We had to break it out.
We're going to be bringing that up. We're going to be incorporating that more.
Yeah, definitely. Now that we're trying to be professionals now,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but
we always try to be professional.
We kind of drip, as the young kids say, with professionalism. I don't know if you've heard the drip comment thing.
I have.
Yeah. I'm kind of just trying to be more, I'm trying to connect because this has to be a platform for everybody.
Yeah.
And even though I don't really care about 20-something-year-olds, I have to at least pretend like I do.
We have to be inclusive.
I have to try and be inclusive.
We have to be inclusive.
I'm not really inclusive at all. I'm just doing this for the clicks. I'm just for the pure money-based. I don't really care.
Hey, dude, what if we were just trying to like get more clicks and everything, but like you start saying like, oh, no one understands how it is to be a person with like, and we said like the most common illness, and it's not even like a deep illness. It'll be like, oh, nobody knows how it is to have like dandruff.
I got a good one. No one knows what it's like to be white, Danny.
No,
it is not near. It's not discussed enough.
Nope.
And I got to tell you, it's not easy.
I'm not going down that one.
It's really hard to be a white person nowadays. See, you can piss people off. That's the easiest way to clear a room. Or I love having that power though. And this is me expressing my white privilege. But I will say that it is a hell of a privilege to bring something up like that and turn everyone against you and want them to leave. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's the equivalent.
It's a cool power.
It's the equivalent of like going to a party in the early 2000s. Maybe it didn't happen with you because
I was still kind of middle school, but
going to a party and everybody's like into like rap and whatever.
Yeah.
And then, the pop punk comes out and then like the acoustic guitars come out and then we start playing like fucking covers of pop punk. And this actually did happen to me in Hollister once. We started playing our guitars. We started singing fucking like Blink-182 covers and like Newfound Glory and like Good Charlotte covers and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody bounced. 30-something students, 30-something kids freaking drinking Smirnoff Ice. We're going crazy.
How old were you?
It's like 18, 19.
That's a good age to clear a room because you don't feel embarrassed about it.
No.
Yeah.
That's
That's when you're like, fuck yeah, cool.
Yeah, I remember like it was nothing but like, whatever freaking songs were cool at that moment. Then I know we start playing like freaking Phoenix TX and like MXPX and like Pennywise and all this shit. And you just see people like, oh, this is whack. And they start leaving. And it was just like a bunch, like 5 or 6
Hey,
dudes.
they're all leaving and you're like, really? Not even for bro him? Fuck you.
Bro, obviously you never been to Warped Tour, mosh pit, and started freaking doing a chant in the in the chorus of whoa,
dude. I mean, I'm not a huge, and I say this not because I don't like Pennywise. I just don't listen to him.
Yeah, fair.
That is like probably the song I know, which is probably for a lot of poser Pennywise fans. But they're fucking seem like a fun punk band.
It's funny because I seen Pennywise a handful of times, like Warped Tours and concerts, and everybody wants that song. And like I remember reading or seeing like some documentary about the Warped Tour like many years ago. And you have like the Black Eyed Peas talking about like everybody loved when Pennywise was gonna play on stage because everybody would go and get to see people get all hyped up on that song. And so they'll pan videos. This is like 2001, maybe Warped Tour or something.
Yeah.
And they have like the Black Eyed Peas. They got like Eminem. They got like all these like, they have fucking
big acts.
Like Talib Kweli and all this like out there like doing the Broham chant.
Wait, that's crazy. Eminem was at Warped Tour?
Eminem was Warped Tour 99, I believe.
Yeah, that was he was already huge.
I think he was right when it was like breaking huge for him.
Dude, think about this. 99 was when I believe Chronic 2001 came out.
Yeah.
So he was already on a Dr. Dre record that he wrote all his raps for.
Yeah.
And I mean, Real Some Shady was already out, right? Was that 98?
Yeah, it was around that time.
98. Yeah. So he was already but like you said, it was right on the cusp.
Yeah.
So that was probably the last time those promoters could even afford him.
Oh, absolutely.
They're like, okay, let's get him because next year he's...
And I love Warped Tour for that because like Warped Tour has, they got in like Katy Perry before.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. She was at that one. I think it was the one with Killswitch.
2007?
Yes, because
that's about right.
I think Katy Perry, well, it'll be right on the poster. I could just go over there and look, but I believe she was on the garage. She was on the second stage in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And this was when I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It was out. It was before the whole Teenage Dream album that she came up with, which was way bigger. But she started with the I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. That was her hit.
Yeah, that was like her hit. Yeah.
Her first one. Not a great song. Never really liked it.
One good thing about Warped Tour, and I like this, and I was telling this to my partner when we were driving down to Disney, it's like the good thing about Warped Tour, back in the days, now it's kind of dumb, but like when I used to go to Warped Tour, everybody had a 30-minute set. No matter who the fuck you were, it was 30 minutes, and that's it. And there was no ego, no nothing. And I remember in 2001, Alien M Farm, or 2003, one of those years, Alien M Farm was like blowing up.
Yeah, probably 03.
Yeah, I think it's 03. And Smooth Criminal is like getting hella big. Maybe it's 02. It doesn't matter.
No, yeah, it was earlier in 03.
Yeah.
Because that album, I know what you're talking about. That one had like movies on it.
Dude, that
Smooth
song
Criminal.
is so
That's a
good.
song. I think it's the best song on the record.
It was 03 because I remember I went to a BFD, and they were like on the side bands, you know. It was like Sum 41 and there was all these. No, Sum 41 was in there. It doesn't matter. They're blowing up, whatever. And they went up to the promoter of the Warp and they're like, hey, our song is like top 10 in the billboards or something. Like, we went gold, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like,
this is Alien Ant Farm?
Yeah, Alien Ant Farm. And they told Kevin Lyman, the guy who runs the Warp Tours, like, you need to kick so-and-so band out and put us on the main stage.
Wait, they said that?
Yeah.
Or their agent? Or...
No, they, like, well, whoever represented Alien Ant Farm.
Well, okay, so that does change the story a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if it's the band saying that, that's super bitchy. But if it's his fucking manager, like, I wouldn't put that past any band's manager. That's literally their job.
Yeah.
That's the business side of it. I understand that. It is whack, but I mean, every manager for any popular band is going to be cutthroat. They don't give a shit.
And then what they end up doing is to kick them out for like a week. Like
they kicked another band out?
No, they kicked Alien Ant Farm.
Oh, they said like, fuck you. Well, dude, I mean, what's less punk rock than that?
That is true. They're like, you want to make
I'm successful and I want to make you money. It's like, well, this is a punk rock festival.
Yeah. Like, no one is making no money here. Yeah.
Like, but it goes against everything punk rock.
Yeah. But Warped Tour is so much fun, dude. I miss Warped Tours.
I agree with you, and I think the reason why we don't connect with it is probably because we're not into all these teeny bumper bands.
I can't dig it, dude. Like, I've been listening to like, the new pop punk, and I'm like, they have like such a polished sound. Yeah. Not to say that the albums I listen to don't have a polished sound, but it's just like
they're just too
over
polished,
digitalized. I don't know what it is, but it's just the sound
processed.
Yeah, the sound doesn't attract me, and if I see it live, I feel like I won't get I want the raw of it. So like,
yeah, you want the real tone.
Yeah, so like MGK, like this dude put out a pop punk album, and I'm expected to like love it because it's the freaking pop punk, you know, comeback, whatever. And I hear it, yeah, the songs are catchy as fuck, but I'm like, I'd rather hear it like live with like the drummer, two guitars, and a bass player, and that's it, rather than like all these extra bells and whistles and like auto-tune.
Yeah, I just don't care about Machine Gun Kelly.
Neither do I.
To even support him or talk about him.
Yeah, right. We should drop it.
No, I'm not saying that.
No.
But I just feel like he's just one of those people that seems like a kind of a chameleon type that finds a way to just exploit something and go with it, and that's fine. Because at first I kind of dug his rap. Like I wasn't like hella into it, but I was like, okay, he's like a Yellow Wolf type, where he's going to be popular with the underground. And and he's like represents the white rapping community that's not like super like annoying. Like, okay, cool. He's from Ohio, whatever. But then he like switched gears when he did The Dirt, and then I'm like, even then I didn't hate, but I was just like, ah. And then I heard the music on the radio, and I was just like, this is terrible. Yeah. And then it's not even pop punk. It just sounds like shitty pop. And, And this has nothing to do with his beef with Corey Taylor. I love Slipknot, and I even like Corey Taylor, but I do not care what rock stars' beefs are because I'm not them. Yeah. And all that crap they're dealing with, we're never going to know everything. Yeah. You know, people are both annoying and either way, but yeah.
The only way is funny because the way I was introduced to MGK was because he was beefing with Eminem. Like, he came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
Trying to beef with Eminem, and Eminem just freaking squashed him.
Well, yeah, Eminem just ruined him with the freestyle, and then it was just over.
Yeah. And then, like, I remember same thing, like, first off, why would MGK come out and, like, attack a band like fucking Slipknot, dude?
Well, this is what I think he's doing.
It's the trolling.
So, MGK is doing what the rap and hip-hop community does, which is call each other out and game each other up. Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole did this in, like, the 2000s with each other. They were all kind of killing it with records, and they would each kind of come out and challenge each other, like almost like beef. Yeah. But it wasn't beef. It was marketing. Yeah. They didn't really hate each other. They made it seem like they did, We were doing that in the 90s with Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah,
I mean,
course.
that was Suge Knight and Puff Daddy trying to market shit.
Yeah.
And it blew up on them and whatever. That's a conspiracy for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to say, is that I don't know what I'm trying to say because
You're trying to say that
I fucking
no bad
sidetracked
press,
myself.
no press is bad press.
Essentially, and like it's all planned out, like so it's that. It really is. It's like, let's find a way so I can be relevant and have him talking about me to sell more shit, to bring more attention to myself.
Yeah.
But I also think like I'm playing devil's advocate a little with him because once again, fuck MGK, but the only reason I'm kind of defending that aspect is because that's what the rap and hip hop community's been doing since forever. Yeah. It's just how you go about it. The thing is Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, whether you like him or not, talented guys who put out
they can
shit
back it up.
that can back it up.
Yeah.
See, he can't
JC
back it
also.
up. So he came to the fight, but he didn't have nothing to bring to the fight.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because Eminem's like, okay, cool. This little dude wants to pipe up and flex on me. I'm down.
Like he's all does no one remember the fucking Real Slim Shady song where like he literally calls out everybody?
Yeah, Fred Durst,
Christina Aguilera,
Britney Spears,
everybody.
Like, I think I don't know if the Backstreet Boys. I think Blink-182 made fun of them.
Yeah, I think so too. Tom Green.
Yeah, my bum is on your Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah, Bloodhound.
My bum is on your lips. Yeah, so exactly, and that's that's him. But Eminem's deal, that's his shtick. Is he's satirical. Mm-hmm. Like it's all satire. It's like it's pop culture, and that's what he's always been rapping about. That's cool. But like MGK, dude, it's like you're rapping about Ohio, and then all of a sudden now you're like, fuck Detroit, fuck Eminem. And it's like, dude, okay, chill out.
The only person who gets to rap Ohio is Hawthorne Heights, and there's only true emo kids will know that reference.
Ohio is for lovers, but what I was gonna say was it's also the birthplace of a lot of serial killers and Bone Thugs and Harmony. You can't forget
I thought they
Bone
were
Thugs.
Cleveland.
Ohio.
My God, I'm a fucking idiot.
It's
You're
okay.
Right.
I'm not going to call you that.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, where do you think Cleveland is, dude? I love Danny. He's all, fuck Cleveland so much. The Browns, dude. They never get love, dude. What about the Indians, bro? They're not the Indians anymore. Hey, what are they called now?
I think they're called...
Indentured...
No, they're still called the Cleveland Indians. I just think
they're the Indians.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't that be better?
Wow.
That would be good. That would be good.
Wow.
I think the merch would go flying off the shelves.
No, I think they removed the logo and they put the C. But I think they changed it also to like the Warriors. I'm going
to be honest with you right now. I don't care what shit I get. Best logo in baseball. Always my opinion. I love the Cleveland Indians logo, and it's probably because I grew up with... I watched Peter Pan. So like the Native Americans in that were red-faced.
Yeah.
Major League.
I was just going to say Major League Part 1 and 2 is like an amazing movie.
One of the best. It's not race. It's considered racism, sure, but it's not racist to like that logo. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the Chicago Blackhawks, you could argue, is a racist logo too, because it's depicting a Black Hawk, Native American. Yeah. It's not racist at all.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
or like the Washington Redskins logo.
Yeah, but even that wasn't a bad logo. They fucked that up too. It's like, it's what you do with, it's just, I talked about this on Stupid Kid Podcast with the N-word usage with Coach Mandy. It's not an easy conversation. But the point I'm trying to say is you can't erase shit to make it right.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And this isn't going to be a cancel culture talk right now, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like instead of erasing these things that are bad, don't do that. Why don't we just educate people on why it's wrong, but then we can still have it be part of history and represent what it is, because it's not fair to the Native American culture to just, that's what we tried to do originally. Erase them completely. And then what is this doing? So is this taking away their oppression and the fact that they can't? Yes, I've been watching Yellowstone. Okay, so maybe I am a little more on the side of the Native Americans right now, but no, it's just like it's just silly. You can't erase shit to make it right.
You're right. Erasing
best logo in baseball.
Erasing stuff does not make anything better. No, not talking about it does not, because this is the problems we are right now.
Think about it on a mental health standpoint. If you were just like, bad thing happened to me yesterday, I'm never going to talk about it again. You're never dealing with it.
You're gonna suppress this
never
freaking memories, and guess it's gonna eventually come out.
Oh, because but when you do that, all your problems go away, right?
Yeah,
that's what I mean. So that's why it's like it's nice to have this project that gives us perspective, because then you can what's told, and that's what we got to teach ourselves as adults. They've groomed us to feel bad about this and bad about that, and if you don't, then you're a bad person.
Yeah.
But we've removed from society all the critical thinking and all the aspects of why is it bad and what do we need to do to make it right, or to make it something that we can at least not feel like we have to step around every time it comes up.
But I feel like this is what's wrong with our society. Our society is that we want instant gratification.
Yeah, we want an instant fix.
We want an instant fix, and sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes things do not have a fix.
That's never the fucking case, to be honest.
And like, I just did a lesson a couple days ago about standardized testing. And how is bad for children, like taking tests is always stressful regardless of what age level you are. And then with these tests, it's like a one size fits all. But the thing is, a kid in East San Jose is not getting the same education as a kid in, I don't know, San Diego, or a kid is not getting the same education in Modesto, California than the kid is over in, I don't know, Beverly Hills. And that's the problem with that. It's like they feel it's a one size fits all, and it's like an instant gratification. You see how good or how much progress the student is making. But like, as we know, as victims of the school system, is that students learn and they can showcase how much they learn differently. Some of us are good in writing it down. Some of us can express it verbally more than writing it down. So I think those type of tests are troublesome. And going back to his point is that those tests are also like, oh, we can collect the data now. We want.
I feel like it's more market research.
It is also
a lot of.
It is also.
It seems like BS.
It is BS. Those tests are horrendous. But I mean,
and now they're not okay. So then you're talking about not specifically, but the SAT would be considered a standardized test.
Absolutely.
Right? Well, I think that's what it fucking stands for. What standard aptitude test?
Yeah.
So
ding,
not Saturday aptitude test. No. But no, I never took it, and I remember my mom got me. God, this is a throwback. God, my mom was such a sweetheart. She got me this SAT prep fucking like game, not game, but it was like a program. I never fucking used it.
Yeah.
I didn't even take the SAT. Obviously, I didn't even apply for colleges.
Yeah.
But now that it's not even a requirement, I mean, I'm not saying, I'm definitely not bragging that I was ahead of the curve. But what I'm saying is it's kind of cool when you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because I just ignorantly never cared about it. I didn't have any evidence or proof to say this is stupid. I just kind of thought it was.
Yeah.
And I was always kind of looked at like, oh, well, he's rolling the dice. And now it's like,
no,
we didn't even need it. It's like,
I didn't take it. Fuck. I didn't take it. But you know what though? I grew up in a school system that they did that tracking system on me. I was on the track. Like I remember
the child behind shit.
Yeah, I was on a track system because I remember so badly. I just remember from third grade and up, I was always placed with the groups with Mexicans. Like the schools were just my classes
like
were
ESL type stuff?
ESL and stuff, and like one group of students would read like really cool books, and then I would read like a different set of books. And you know, as a child, you feel like, oh, I want to be with those. How come I can't be over there? Or how come they're not learning the same thing? And same year, I had like the same group of students, classmates, over and over and over again. And I remember getting to high school, freshman year was whatever. But I remember 10th grade, I really, really wanted to take photography. And this was like black and white, 35 millimeter film. They put me on woodshop. The thing is, I didn't. You know how they let you pick like 3 elective classes, and you'll get whichever one you prefer. Number 1 was photography. Number 2 was like digital media, and I can't remember what the third one was.
How the fuck did you not get into digital media
or digital art? Yeah, and I can't remember.
Shouldn't have been that crazy.
And I can't remember what my third choice was, but it was more with the art related stuff, rather.
Or like Betancourt. No, he's probably good with his hands,
dude. They put me in woodshop.
Yeah.
Straight up. And in that class, granted, in that class I had a bunch of my friends in there, but I look
They
back.
put all the brown kids in wood
No,
shop,
they
dude.
literally, dude. I reflect on it now. It was all brown and poor white kids in that woodshop class.
You know what's funny? God, that's funny, dude, because even in high school, we had a metal shop.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was all of the... It sounds
the
fucked up,
homies.
but I want to say prison prep.
Yeah.
Like, it was
really
kind
is,
of like
dude.
a demographic of prison.
It really is.
And it was kind of all the kids. And I'm not judging them because I was friends with all these kids, but they had that aura, that reputation, and I think the school helped create that. But it's just funny because now I'm looking back, I'm like, I remember, I guess my white privilege worked, but I had to do the magnet program in high school, and I wanted to do animation.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how popular the animation program was when I was doing it because it was really new. I mean, I got in.
Yeah.
But it was also a magnet, so it wasn't my home school.
Yeah.
So I had to luckily get into that so I could go to Mount Pleasant. But I literally was going to Mount Pleasant to do that. It wasn't just to escape James Lick. Thank God I did. But it's weird because, I mean, that was a melting pot too. But we didn't have I don't know, dude. It's funny now that I'm looking back in my whole animation class. It was diverse as far as race.
Yeah.
But and I don't think they would have known any of this.
But social.
How do they know temperaments? But it was funny because we didn't really get any aggro people that were ever in those classes. But then when I looked at all the people that were in metal shop or auto class, they were all the
Yeah.
the hardened, they would view them as the hardened kids.
No.
I mean, they were all my friends too. It's funny that I noticed that.
No, and I didn't notice until later. I'm like, yeah, they put all these kids who were brown, lower class students, and I did have classes with 3 or 4, white students, but they were looking back on it. I look back and they were the skater kids and not the rich skater kids. They were just they were literally the lower, not lower social status or social economical status. And yeah, it really is a track system. Okay, these kids probably are not gonna freaking graduate. Let's teach them already how to do how to become in the workforce.
My only question about that though,
is
I understand that it's probably real.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, how do they know with such a small sample size and like you said, 10th grade, that's only sophomore year. How do they know that much about you to place you there?
Bro,
how do they know you're not a rich kid?
They're tracking you. They're tracking you since 3rd grade when you start.
Yeah, but how do they know about your your house income and all that shit?
When you submit paperwork in the beginning of the year for free lunch.
Do you gotta? Oh,
yeah, free lunch. Yeah.
But what if you're not a free lunch kid? Because there's a lot of kids probably that weren't free lunch that were thrown into shit. I'm just wondering how they figure out who the poor kids are, and who the rich. Because what I'm saying is that should take 2 to 3 years at least until you're oh.
And then the other thing also is zip codes, dude. You can literally just look up zip codes. You can see what's the medium household and all this shit. Medium.
Yeah. That's true.
When there's a will, there's a way.
That's true, but I mean, you know how San Jose. I mean, there's only one zip code.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fucking demographics in that zip.
Yeah.
But once again, I don't know. But that's why sometimes I play with the conspiracies and sometimes I don't, because I'm but how, even if there is an evil principal out there, or probably not a principal, it'll probably be some kind of admin person at the district.
Yeah.
But that's so much evil work to go through to place all these kids in a certain spot instead of just being lazy and just saying fuck it, throw them in there. Do you think maybe it's timing? If you apply later, they just say fuck it, throw them all in wood shop.
9th grade, I was already, I started going to Gunderson High School since I transferred from a middle school into that school, and it was my first choice to go into that school. I remember I submitted 3 different classes for an elective, and they gave me one. And I remember going to
That's bullshit.
And I remember going to
Did your mom go in to complain?
Of course, my parents are not going to complain. They're freaking Mexican. We don't like to complain.
I know, but see, that's when you wish you had a white mom a little bit. You're damn.
No, but check this out, because I did go to the counselors and assistant principals, whatever. I'm hey, I want to take these classes? Hey, how come I got placed to this class if it wasn't even my top 3 choice? I don't want to do anything with wood class. And
little did he know.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
Danny experienced sexuality. No,
we know about you, Danny.
We know you, Daniel Betancourt. No, and I remember the admin or whatever, the counselors were oh, well, it just depends on how much room we have, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I'm saying. This is bullshit.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I understand, but okay, I'm like, in that case, can I go into his media art or digital media, whatever it was? Like, oh, yeah, all those classes are always lined up. And they're like, listen, we're going to see, because they give you the same BS. Like, if students, transfer out, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but if we cannot do anything within 2 weeks, you're going to have to stay here. And of course, nothing happened 2 weeks.
But now that you know how bullshit all those rules are in a high school, it's literally like they lie to you.
No,
because if your parent goes in and your parent, you don't have to have a Karen. Like,
no.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, and fuck it, if I'm a Karen, I'm a Karen. But I'm gonna go in there,
yeah,
and I'm gonna be like, listen, I know this is not real. Like, I know you guys pretend these are rules and it's fun, but we're talking about my kid's future, so I would really appreciate it. You know what I mean? If they hear that shit, it's funny how. But I feel like it's. I'm gonna learn a lot once my kid gets a little older.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even though I'm talking all this shit and I got a plan, they're going to slap me with some fucking bullshit terminology.
Some bureaucratic shit, and you're going to be like, oh.
I'm going to shoot it down, but I also still have to play the game because at the end of the day, these dickheads are teaching my kid.
Dude, it's just...
And it's kind of a hostage situation.
Well... yeah,
I mean, not really, but you know what I mean.
No,
it's like you got to treat them right because you don't want your kid to get the shit end of it.
And I get it. As a parent, you want the best for your kid and stuff. Now, by all means, I'm not shitting on the woodshop class because I did enjoy it.
What you're shitting on is you had 3 options and you should have just put none if they were just going to put you wherever the fuck they wanted.
Exactly. I think that's what really upset me.
Yeah.
And I literally just did a presentation to my students also about how there's such a shortage for like people for trade schools and people with trades.
Yeah.
And that's because, parents in our generation wanted, like, we associated those type of jobs with not being successful.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did we not hear freaking somebody say, oh, the only thing good you're gonna be at is flipping burgers?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, my buddy used to work at In-N-Out flipping burgers. And she was making like $40 an hour before she went to teaching. Her husband is the manager at a In-N-Out, and that dude, and they own a home in Gilroy, which is an expensive area, and the homeboy has a Tesla. Homeboy's doing good for working burgers.
Yeah.
So it just sucks that we were taught that those type of careers were equal not being successful. But on the flip side, I'm like, dude, on the flip side on this one, haha,
a good one.
I think I've shared this with you before. If not, I'll be more than happy to share with you. Like, sometimes I honestly feel less than the man. I feel like I'm demasculated because I don't know how to fucking build a deck. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to, dude, I wish I knew how to. Dude, one of my fucking dreams, Coop, and I think I've told you one of my life goals. I want to own like an old school truck, like from the 60s or 70s. And I wish I can just fucking buy one and do all the work like myself. But I don't have the slightest fucking clue. I don't have the slightest clue how to do that shit, dude.
You know what you need to do?
YouTube?
No.
What?
Because that's what all the idiots do. If it's random maintenance, yes. Do not try and rebuild a transmission via YouTube. I was going to say, get a buddy, and this has to be a good friend.
Yeah.
This has to be someone that's not going to fucking charge you. It has to be like, hey, let's come over, figure out some kind of reimbursement. But I think that sounds kind of gross. Figure out some kind of no, but
we'll figure something
woodwork.
Out. We'll figure something out. Side note, dude. It's completely side note. I'm going to Australia, New Zealand next year.
Holy shit, that's a big side note.
That's with my school, part of the international travel, and so we're setting up. We're getting students to like sign up. The more students who sign up, the more chaperones can go and whatever. So we were at a happy hour last Friday, and my one of my coworkers goes, "Oh, dude, you're going to that trip?" I'm like, yeah, so far as me and so and so. Like, oh, I want to go to that trip. I want to it'd be a dope trip. so can I go chaperone, or how can I be a chaperone for that trip? And I'm like, well, how bad do you want it? Or how bad do you want to go? And I was doing it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, this dude is like 6 feet tall, hella like muscular, hella built, like from San Diego, Mexican American dude. And I do that, you just see him go like, oh, like I don't know what to do. For those who are like listening and not seeing, I'm actually caressing
my shoulder.
Yeah.
Kind of
ever
like
so fondly.
Kind of like how my boss used to.
Oh.
We don't need to talk about that.
Let's go and suppress that memory.
Yeah, I'm gonna repress that. That's what hard alcohol is for.
That's the number one reason for hard alcohol.
Yep. By the way, I just recently bought like 4 or 5 bottles of the Russian stuff before it went out.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't, but I really wanted to, just to post online and be like, got it all stocked, everybody.
What up?
Just so everyone could call me a fucking racist piece of shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We're all over the place right now, but we're gonna tie it all back.
It's okay.
In. Okay.
This is all perfect.
I know last week I said I was going to try a recipe for an old fashioned.
Ooh, how'd that go?
I looked up a recipe on YouTube, and that's about it. I didn't actually try it, but okay. Hold on. Before you get
go for it.
I know I said it was going to be high.
All right.
Instead, I end up doing this like. This margarita mix, this like berry margarita mix. Granted, it was pre-made already, but I mixed it. I feel like I mixed it in pretty good. I'll show you a picture.
No.
Okay,
I'm just judging you with my eyes.
Okay,
just the eyes though. I'm not. There you go.
And then a couple of days ago, we were getting dinner ready, and Monica, my partner, she was like completely tired, and she goes, "Dude, I'm gonna make dinner, but you have to help me. I'm fucking tired. Like, you have to help me cook dinner." And I'm like, all right, yeah, let's cook. So she's teaching me how to cook, whatever. And I did learn how to make steamed rice. I never knew how to make steamed rice.
Really?
Yeah. I know the ratio now.
It's 1-to-1, right?
She taught me so for every cup of rice is 2 cups of water.
Okay. Yeah, so it's 2-to-1 is what I
2-to-1. Okay.
So there's a Filipino way to do it too. You use your finger.
Well, yeah, I seen it where like you put in, and
it goes up to your first line of your finger, or whatever.
So I got
used to that.
She taught me it's a 2-to-1. You boil 2 cups of water. Once it comes to a boil, put some salt in there. Put the rice, make sure it's clean, it's rinsed. Put it in there. Mix it all up. We throw them some diced
tomatoes, onions.
No, garlic.
Garlic. Oh yeah,
diced garlic in there. And once it comes to a boil again, bring it down all the way down to simmer. Where is she? Hey,
low.
To let it simmer. Let it low. Let it simmer. Put the cover on and then put a timer for 18 minutes.
Okay.
18 to 20 minutes.
I was just gonna say about 20. That sounds Yeah,
18, 20 minutes.
And then you'll see the holes coming out, and that's when the water's going away.
Yeah, and so I learned how to make rice, and
that surprises me. I am stereotyping you. As a Mexican man, I thought you would have known that by now.
I am a Mexican man, therefore my mommy will cook everything for me.
Well, I understand that, but mama's good at delegating work in the kitchen too, I'm sure. So that just means you were never on rice duty.
I was never on rice duty. Yeah. No. The only time I will cook with mama, it will be
like your Bobby
with my mom. Yeah. Anytime I'll cook with my mom will be like breakfast.
Yeah.
Or whenever we're grilling, that was like the man's job. So it was either my dad first started off,
which is funny because it's the easy job.
I know.
I think it is.
No, it really is.
It is.
So grilling is my dad's. It was my dad's thing. We retire his old ass. We're like, all right, Dad, you're enough. You're done here.
Oh, okay.
So it's me or my brother Juan who.
No, that means I know why. We don't have to talk about it. It's because you notice things and then you're like, okay, you're just gonna. Dad, you need to relax. You've worked long enough.
Dad,
yeah.
You thank you. You got us here. We'll take it over.
It's like the nice way to be like, we got this.
We got this.
No, I know what you mean.
No, but I did learn a lot from my dad when it came to grilling and stuff. But now Juan and I, because we'll watch, like, Juan will spend hours watching fucking like YouTube videos on like dudes grilling and like how to make burgers. So Juan will try those techniques. So it's mostly it was Juan and I, and lately it's been just Juan freaking taking over the grill. And the motherfucker knows how to cook some good carne asada. So
yeah,
Nate, thank you.
I've been pretty happy with. I did some steaks I did some steaks a couple days ago, and I'm actually gonna do some tonight again.
Yeah.
There's some top sirloins I got from Costco.
Ooh.
Which, by the way, Costco is a great place to get meat.
It's
super affordable. Really nice cuts.
Yes. For Valentine's Day, we were gonna go to like a nice steakhouse for dinner, but our bank account said the fuck you're not. So we decided to go to Costco. Got some we got some nice little cuts of ribeyes or something, grass fed.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I don't know if mine were grass fed.
No, we won't.
You're going all out.
Oof. And it was like $20 for like 2 really nice pieces of steak, dude. And I was like, all right, perfect. Like it's not bad. And then like we literally just we're gonna finish our last on the same day. So this has been over a month already.
Mm-hmm.
We bought some chicken breasts, and it was like a 3-pack of chicken breasts, like already cut into fucking huge chicken breasts. We just barely gonna cook the third freaking chicken breast. Literally put it down last night from the freezer to the fridge so I can start defrosting. Mm-hmm. And Costco's fantastic for that stuff.
Dude, you know what else you should get there?
What?
It's cheaper. The loins.
Really?
Yeah, the chicken loins. They're not. It's not the size of a breast, but it's like probably a third of the size.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's boneless. You can get a boneless, skinless.
Yeah.
And dude, it's so much cheaper, and it's super fucking good.
Well, we use the chicken breast for like our chicken salads for lunch.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if you're gonna cut this shit up, you don't need to use breasts.
No.
I mean they're nice, but you want to save some money too.
Yeah.
You get the loins. I mean that's the thing about chicken. It's a pretty affordable animal.
It's very affordable.
But that's what's funny about breasts because they're so popular. It seems like that shit is marked up.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely.
And it's just like, dude.
Yeah, because no, but Costco's great for that, and it's just like cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
Like we get our everything we get from Costco when it comes to cleaning. Granted, it's only us two, but like 3-4 months you don't have to worry about that shit. It's fucking fantastic.
And since we're on the subject of Costco, I got some underwear from Costco.
Kirkland Select.
Actually, let me look and see what brand it is.
This is me looking too.
Puma.
Oh,
this is me. I'm gonna do a little shit. Hey, remember the 1-star review?
Yeah.
This isn't a 1-star review, but this is just shout out to the old school. But Puma underwear at the athletic line of underwear at Costco. I got a big complaint here.
Go ahead.
No dick sleeve. That is the name I call it. But there is no opening.
But everybody knows what you're talking about.
There is no fucking opening on this underwear. And I was showing, it's funny, I'm going to get a little candid here. But I was talking to Steph at night, and I was like, there's no fucking thing. And she's like, what do you mean? Did you put them on backwards again?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, babe, trust me. Because I do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, this is for the poop hole.
And you know when it's like backwards and stuff.
Because it doesn't fit the same.
Yeah.
Unless you're a sad person and you don't have any shape to you down there whatsoever.
Hey.
Yeah.
Dude, luckily,
I'm a Ken doll, so it doesn't matter.
Luckily, it's not us.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Our partners are like
average to good is what I'm saying. I'm no Lexington Steel. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that's an old school porn reference.
Wow.
But what I'm saying is, how do you not put a fucking... This is men's underwear. Most men nowadays still have a penis and some testicles. Mm-hmm. Maybe. But apparently Costco's like, nope, you probably don't have those anymore. So you don't need this.
Are you sure you got men's?
Do you want me to show you right now?
I do not need to see it.
I'm thinking this might have to happen.
I'm okay.
The camera's rolling.
I'm okay.
You're protected.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm just saying maybe...
But Danny,
no, but you know
they're
what?
not boy shorts, and they weren't in a package. Okay. You know the packaging is different.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Because first off, obvious. I hate underwear packaging.
Oh, the stupid tape.
No,
they roll them up.
Well, yeah, besides that. But I hate the picture of the model to show you the underwear. Because
it's always a fat bulge.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's a fucking cup. That's not a real, that has to be a cup.
Or it's like they just always get like black guys on the cover. And I'm just like, I'm not. That's not me.
That's not. I don't feel myself.
I'm not represented right there.
You know, it's funny, dude.
I don't feel misrepresented.
It's funny, because I had these conversations before with several people, and it's like, as much as it's bad that we put so much emphasis on the woman's body, especially like when we advertise stuff for them,
Yeah.
and how it should look. Yo, as a male, and maybe it's me, oh, you're so fucking man. What about me, man? But sometimes I feel that way too. Like when it comes to like t-shirts or like clothes and stuff, like
Yeah, but okay, hold on though.
But is that me?
It's you, because
Okay.
hear me out.
Okay.
Pump the brakes. You would fucking hate commercials, ads, mannequins if they were frumpy, dumpy fucking pieces of shit. No one would be like, I would look just as shitty as that guy in that outfit. I'll buy it. So they have to make it look good because it's supposed to be a marketable, sellable thing. Like no one wants to get dressed and look like a bum in the morning.
Yeah.
But once again, I'm a function over fashion kind of guy.
Yeah.
And regardless of how much you pay or whatever, if you don't have a hole to put your thing out to take a piss,
Long story short,
then what am I doing?
Yeah. No, and I was gonna say like, well, maybe they were marketing for like when you work out and you put them like it's like those shorts that you put.
But either
under.
way, you
But
go to
even-
the gym, you got to take a piss.
No, either way, because I have some of those. Like when I sometimes when I go to the gym, I put those under, so that way if I'm doing leg day, I'm not showing my everything. But even those have a little
I think
pee
they
hole.
do. One of the ones
have a pee hole.
I got some Under Armour compression.
Yeah, that's the
stuff,
shit I'm talking
and
about, yeah.
And the ones I have don't. But it's the compression. It's made for active. Like that's what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
This is straight up just boxer briefs, dude. So that's why I'm just like,
Okay.
Why is there no dick sleeve?
Interesting.
Which, by the way, I think I need to find a way to.
You should probably look it up on Google, see if that's a thing.
I'm also thinking I should find a way to make no dick sleeve merchandise, and I could just sell that.
Mm.
It might be.
Well, it's funny because I've also seen advertising where they sell like underwear with special like pouches so you can put your.
I believe
junk in
it
there.
is specifically. I think because I was also thinking of it. You're referring to sheath underwear.
I think you're right.
That the unit itself. I was calling it a dick. Let's just keep calling it a dick. I'll keep calling it a dick.
Okay.
You can be professional.
Okay, thank you.
The dick sits in there like a sheath, like for a knife.
Yeah.
So you get your own little pouch, and that's where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried them out. Heard they're really comfortable.
Yeah.
But apparently, it keeps it all separated. Offspring reference.
Yeah. Come on and play.
Right?
Until
I like it. But yeah, no, I think it's the sheath underwear, which I might give a shot and see. Because, I mean, you can probably drop a podcast promo code and save 10%.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet, but we can be.
Hey, sheath.
We could be.
That dick sleeve. I like what you're doing. You got a dick sleeve.
MeUndies. We're looking at you too.
Also, they have dick sleeves.
Yeah, they do.
They might not like that terminology.
But we can work it out. Give us a script. We'll be more than
I
happy.
could go dong sleeve. It's a little less abrasive.
Yeah.
But it's just as creepy.
Wow. Learned so much.
Yep. Dong over dick.
Shall we move on to today?
Shall we move on? Speaking of dong over dick,
Yeah.
let
me introduce this.
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
because this was a good idea.
So a couple of days ago, for some reason, I've been having amazing sleep this past like maybe month. Amazing sleep, like fucking getting 8 hours of sleep, waking up in the morning. Like, yeah, I'm not a morning person, and I'm never gonna be a morning person. But who the fuck is a morning person like at 6 o'clock? You know, like, oh, all right, just conquer the day. But this past week or two, like, yeah, I was waking up. Yeah, it takes me forever to get out of bed, but it wasn't like, fuck, I'm dead, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I was like rested, but I just didn't want to, I'm just me being a lazy ass. And I'm like, fuck, dude, like I can tell how much my sleeping pattern has changed in the past, 3 or 4 months. And how much better I feel about myself and how much, all in all. And then sometime during the week, I was fucking snoring up a storm. Snoring up a storm and kept on waking up my partner. She's like, dude, move to the side. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I'll go back to sleep. But I'm like, dude, I wonder, like, what helps you? Like, what's the importance of having good sleeps? And also, like, how can you prevent snoring like crazy, like a fucking horse kneeling at night, like, so I looked it up and I'm like, dude, we definitely done like routines. We definitely done like
Maybe, but I don't think we've actually ever dived into this.
yeah. We done like routines and the importance of routines and stuff like that. But we never really, and we always say like, oh, anytime like, oh, get better sleep. Like, yeah, good luck freaking going to sleep.
That's
when
true.
you're
We
fucking
do always.
depressed.
That is a common yes.
Yeah, like, oh, soft thing, lose some weight, get some better sleep.
Lose some weight, you loser.
Yeah, but it's really hard to like. I know when I was in the midst of my, of going through it, like all day I would be fucking tired. Like all day I just wanted to go home and sleep because I was just so fucking dead, outside and the inside. And then finally I'll try to go sleep and I'll sleep for like maybe 20, 30 minutes and then I couldn't sleep all night. Like, and just, it was this vicious cycle, dude. But we never really gone to like the importance of having some good sleep. And as a parent, Coop, do you believe that it's very important to have really good sleep?
I think you know the answer to that.
Yes.
Yes.
Duh.
It's important, and I think just like a lot of things in our life, we learn to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
And, like people that work on an oil field, they hardly get sleep. People that are on those ships that we were talking about, Deadliest Catch, they hardly get sleep. They get used to 4 hours,
like in
right?
the Time Bandit and
Yeah.
which
Those guys ain't getting 8 hours of sleep,
To tie that story that we started, my favorite ship was the Cornelia Marie. Then it became the Time Bandit.
And there's another one. I think the Midwestern I liked as well.
Midwestern. Who's in the Midwestern?
That was the bearded guy with the white long hair, and then the
Wild Bill.
yes,
who
I believe died, right?
No, he's still alive. He got his own boat. The one who died was Cornelia Marie.
Him, and then the
Captain
Time
Phil
Bandit
Harris
died.
One of the guys from Time
I think
Bandit
the
died.
dad,
Yeah,
because then the sons took over. Well, one of the sons took over, and then the other son had his own ship.
yeah. And then great.
But anyway,
yeah,
those guys don't get sleep.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was, lately, and it's ironic because when you mentioned this to me, and this has been happening the last couple of weeks, is when we come up with these ideas, they super hit home.
Yeah.
And I like that this one hit home for different reasons for us. So recently, you were saying your sleep's been really good.
Yeah.
Mine has been atrocious.
Mm.
And I don't know why. I don't feel like I'm more stressed out. I think it has a lot to do with my pre-sleep routine.
It's okay.
I think I'm eating way too heavy, way too late, which has normally not been an issue, but our bodies finally changed.
We're changing, yeah.
Hey, dickhead, no more.
Yeah.
So that could be a part of it, probably. And then the other thing would be just that I don't prep at all. Lately I've been turning on something in bed and I'm waking up with the TV on. So because I'm not consciously saying, turn shit off, lay down, I think that's part of it too. But once again, I was able before, this is why I smoke copious amounts of cannabis at night. So I can just, no matter what I'm doing, I'll just get to that point and just be knocked out.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been working that way lately for me. I've been a little more restless.
Well, I was looking up like how to prevent snoring and how to stop snoring. Because like I said, this week, earlier in the week, I was like waking myself up in my snores, and my partner, obviously, who like she's a sweetheart. She sleeps with she puts on
the
earplugs at night for
she
that.
should record. Has she recorded you snoring?
She threatened me with it.
No,
like,
so instead of threatening, have her do it.
Just do it.
Because what I was gonna say was the way you snore has a lot to do with how you need to fix it. And you could be snoring a certain way where you might need a CPAP machine.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying you have it, but you might be developing or have a form of sleep apnea.
Well, I know I snore when I sleep on my back. That's
pretty much everybody.
That's everybody. So I like to sleep on my left hand side. I sleep to my left. That's when I sleep the best.
Okay.
And usually when I snore at night is because I roll back to my back or to my right, and she'll be like, "Hey," she'll just like be like, "Hey, roll over." Oh, okay, and that's it. But I guess during the week it was like horrible. And it's only been like 2 or 3 times where it's like it's super.
But maybe
loud.
that's why you feel so restful, because you were just super in some deep ass sleep this week.
Yeah, and well, the last time it happened, she's like, "Fuck this." She got up and she went to.
Yeah, it's rough sometimes.
She went to the couch. Rather than kicking me out to the couch, she went to the couch.
Well, you got to wake that person up.
Yeah, and so I was reading, and it said that one of the reasons for snoring or to prevent snoring, number one, is don't drink, eat, or take any starts with an S.
Supplements?
No, not supplements. Seducers. Anyways, to help you like wind down.
Seducers.
I
like that.
Like,
you meant like reducer.
Yeah, no,
but I don't know. Yeah,
like don't take
suppressants.
Yeah, like sleeping aids
kind of. Yeah, like suppressant. I got you.
So I was thinking, I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense because on Tuesday, I remember one night I had like wine or something, maybe up to like half an hour before I went to sleep, and I was reading like you should stop drinking alcohol like an hour and a half before you kind of go sleep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I remember one night. And I think I told you this, like she has some melatonin, and she gave me one of those gummies. She's like, here, like to help you go sleep. And then I was snoring like crazy. Granted, it took like half an hour before I went to sleep. I was snoring like crazy, and they give me such fucking weird dreams that wow.
Did you feel foggy when you took melatonin?
I wake up super freaking foggy.
Yeah, I felt the same way, and that's from weed.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, so obviously don't do that because I noticed that's when I snore a lot. And it also gives me such weird dreams, and it's funny because last night I had a weird dream, and literally we came back from the movies. We stopped at Jack in the Box, and of course, I ate.
Is this real or is this a dream?
No, this is real.
That would have been a hilarious dream. Yeah.
Yeah. We went to see the Batman. Stopped at like 10 o'clock, 10:30, got some Jack in the Box because that's what you do. I remember ate Jack in the Box, and then like by 11:30, I was in bed already. And last night I had a really weird dream, and it might have been because I ate a lot of freaking junk
curly
food
fries.
And shit. I got that munchie box.
I already know.
I got that munchie box.
I already know. Danny, you are a stoner without being a stoner.
Dude, that's true.
Jack in the Box is like totally catered to fucking stoners.
No, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I got the stoner fucking meal too. I got those munchie meals.
They're pretty good.
Dude, they're delicious.
But you're ready to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Like it puts you in a fucking Thanksgiving Day coma.
Yeah. Dude. No, and I figured, I just realized right now I had this weird ass dream last night because I had that, weird ass whatever.
That's a heavy meal too.
Like at 11. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really heavy meal.
Yeah, dude. So it's not good.
Did you take a big ass shit in the morning?
It wasn't pretty.
I always notice like if I eat hell late, it's just the morning clear out.
Super gassy.
Oh yeah, dude. Rough. And probably bloated gassy.
Yeah.
Which is the fucking worst.
Just the worst, dude.
When I was a kid, I'd get bloated gassy, I'd shoot it all out in 30 minutes, just fart it all out.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's a 6-hour thing.
Yeah, no,
it's like you're just this bulbous person that every 20 minutes let out this vented death march right out of your ass.
You unleash fucking hell every 20 minutes.
I'm unleashing prophecies, and Steph's finding reasons to leave.
No, but I noticed that, and a lot of times we're like, it's funny because all these things that you're saying, things I was saying about like, how to prevent snoring, it has to do with that, and then of course it says, getting good sleep. So I'm like, dude, what are some of the benefits of like?
Yeah, but that's an annoying tip when it's like, really, we know that we're on the subject. How do I get the restful sleep?
How do I get restful?
Oh, just sleep better. Oh, well, that's a good one.
Thanks.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Now we know.
Thanks.
We don't even need to do this podcast.
It's like that fucking. Here's a throwback. Remember that movie Brink on Disney? Classic.
Team Pup and Suds.
Oh, 4 days.
Yep.
4 days. Fuck Team X Blades.
Fuck Team X Blades.
Except for the Black Ranger.
What was his name? Val?
Fuck Val.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The Black Ranger
That was the black dude from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Because he was in the movie, maybe not the show, but that was the dude from the movie, right? Wasn't the black guy that was on Team X-Blades?
He was the original Black Ranger.
Okay, because I have his picture in my head. That makes sense.
He was the Walter whatever. It was just fucking weird because there he is playing.
I hope his name's Walter White.
No, it wasn't. But here, this guy, 10 years later, they're still playing a high school kid. I'm like, that kid's not a high school kid.
But see, dude, black don't crack, dude. It's true.
That's real.
Good, no one's gonna argue with me on that one.
Good age on that guy. That guy got good genes. But
amazing.
So
genes.
Long story short, fuck Team X-Blade except for that guy because he ended up quitting. He ended up quitting because he told Val, like, that's your problem, man. You don't think.
Yeah, because he was one of the guys that was fighting morality.
Yeah,
on Team X-Blade.
Yeah,
but you were saying about Brink. I'm trying to corral us back.
Thank
your
you.
Original thought.
At the very end, the sister goes, the knowing fucking little sister,
little twit sister. Yeah,
little sister goes, Brink, here's a tip: skate better. And Brink goes, skate better.
Now it all makes sense.
Skate better. But fucking stoner kid also like.
But I think he was making fun of her though, right?
No, he
was being serious. I gotta rewatch it.
I think he was like, it was like an epiphany, like skate better. It's like, bro, yeah, skate better. So like it was like thing. I think he's just like, that's when he realized like, I'm not a skater.
Simple.
This is what I do.
Right.
Like this is just for fun. Like don't.
But you know what's funny is like they make it seem like the sister was being all like like prophetic or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like she was just trolling him. She wasn't.
Yeah. She wasn't trying to give him any fucking
like
life
she's being
hacks.
a fucking guru.
Yeah, he's not giving this person any
you know what else
fucking
is funny
life
about
hacks.
that movie?
Which one?
The whole father-son relationship. That, by the way, as much as I'm talking shit about it, kind of relatable in that movie. Because it was like, who doesn't have that relationship with their dad where it's like they don't quite get you?
Yeah.
You're both in that stage where you piss each other off.
Yeah.
And there's no real angst or like malice, but you still find yourselves in situations where you're like, I just don't want to deal with you.
And you know what?
That's very relatable.
Disney during that time kept on doing that father-son relationship.
Oh, they've been doing it forever.
With Johnny Tsunami.
Bambi.
They fucking
where was the fucking dad, huh?
They did it. They did it with Johnny Tsunami. They did it with the motocross one. They did it with the twin sisters playing basketball. They did it with the guy with the leprechaun kid.
Oh, the Luck of the Irish.
Luck of the Irish. They did it 13 years.
So we all know that Nazi isn't Nazi. I was gonna say Disney. Well, I fucked that up. I was gonna say Disney is a Nazi company. Nazi is a Disney company. That works.
Yeah.
No, I was going to make a joke about it, but I'm like, not only are they racist, but they really acknowledge the deadbeat dad.
Well, the dad was in this picture, except for Bambi.
No, it's true. Not deadbeat dad, but just the whole flawed father figure.
The
Disney has done a very good job of always
figure.
shitting on fathers.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm calling them out. You know, we've been talking about it like it's fun, you know, but at the same time, they're always building up the moms, and they're never building up the dads. The dads are always an antagonist. The dads are always someone who doesn't get shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It's relatable, but we're still fucking programming ourselves and everyone else to just be like, dads suck. And I think that's a big part of the reason why dads have such a fucking problem is because society writes them off as either the people that earn all the money and aren't home, or they're just deadbeats and they're always home.
And it's funny because I
really changed the whole subject of this episode.
I know we really did. We're gonna bring it back.
Maybe.
No, we're done here. We're good. Okay, moving on.
No, I just
I think
true,
no,
right?
it's true.
You know?
And I think and it becomes this thing where like the male masculinity thing, like, oh, dad doesn't know shit. Oh, go have a conversation. Oh, I want to have this touchy feeling conversation with dad. You know, that's mom conversations.
Exactly.
And this dad is like, no, you know, like very straightforward, where he doesn't want to have this touchy feeling conversation.
Are you noticing, like in TV now, and I have,
mm-hmm.
but are you noticing in television that we're watching now in this generation, it's really been more of a fair assessment of a father figure?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been a lot more of like, oh, they're understanding, they're emotionally aware, and oh, look, they're not just trying to be that bravado, that cowboy mule. I mean, yeah, sure, that's still an aspect of what we are, but like it definitely seems like society's kind of said, look, we're perpetuating shit that isn't necessarily here anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's an old era of doing things, and we just kept adopting it. And now it's
and
like,
this is how cycle, though.
Yeah.
Because then, like, let's say for the kid who did grow up with the dad not being there, always not because he's deadbeat or
they're
whatever.
still cultured to think dads suck, and even though they didn't come from a broken home, necessarily, they're just like, it's relatable now to them.
Yeah.
Because they love this show or this movie that shows that.
And because I'm thinking, like, my students and even some of my family members, like, dads work construction. Summertime is when they have the most job. And it goes back to daylight saving shit we're talking about. Longer days, more work time. So, maybe in the summer, once the summer comes, you won't see dad that much because dad is busting his ass making, put a roof over your head.
Yeah.
And I mean, by all means, I'm not saying that, whatever, I don't even know what the hell I'm trying to say, but it's just like, it doesn't mean that father figure, that person is not, sympathetic or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know what, this is the time that they can bring in more money. Because in the fall or in winter, when it starts to snow, it starts to rain, hours are shorter, they have to make it up. They still have to provide for the family. Roof still has to be put over the person's head. There still has to be, food. So I've noticed it, and I'm pretty stoked to see that they're showing that father figure being more. I mean, the last father figure like that I saw was emotionally involved was maybe like Full House. Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Yep. That's a whole nother conspiracy.
About Bob Saget dying? Really? There's a conspiracy about
it? Big one.
Oh, okay. Don't tell me. I'll look it up. We'll talk about it next week.
Should we just talk about it briefly right now?
Let me look it up. I'll look it up, and then
look it up, and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, that's
a good idea.
Where are we right now?
We're good. We got time. We got a little bit of time. So we can. I've been kind of going through this list. This article is probably not your article. It's not very good. We were literally mocking. I mean, it literally says a good night's sleep is just as important. Like, how is that a tip? Okay, I haven't gotten to the tip part. See, I'm a piece of shit.
Okay,
it helps to read. Okay, this is interesting. So I pulled out some stuff that shows. I'm not gonna go deep into this, but just touch briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Some tips. Everyone's like, "Well, you guys have been talking for an hour and 20 minutes about God knows what."
Yeah.
But at the end, guess what? Here's your little nougat of truth. Okay?
Yes, this is some.
You got to the chocolatey center.
Yeah.
You got through the blow pop. Now it's time to just deal with the Tootsie
You just
Roll.
finished the appetizer, the salad appetizer. You just had the entree, which is delicious. Now we're gonna give you the dessert.
Yeah. No. Here's the bill. Here's the truth.
This is just the bill.
The bill.
How are we gonna split this?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. This is when everyone becomes a fucking accountant.
Like,
has to bust out their fucking computer.
Well, I only have water.
Computer? So. How old am I? Bust out your computer.
Bust out your calculator.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I found an article. It's 17 tips to help you with a better restful night's sleep.
Okay.
Number 1, increase bright light exposure during the day. Now that makes sense to me because when you're in a sedative or sleep state, you're most likely of a low light exposure or a high or whatever because it's darker.
Yeah.
And you want your eyes to obviously be less stimulated.
Yeah.
Because it's not bright and it's not as stimulating. But I think it makes sense because what that does probably is it does give your eyes exercise during the day. And I'm guessing it fatigues them because it's much easier. I mean, everyone knows this. When you're tired, your eyes get low.
Yeah.
You can't keep them open. So I think a lot of that is basically like exercise for your eyes. It's like if you're just constantly in a dark room, you're never going to be in a sleep state because you're always in that
You're
state.
adapted to it.
Exactly.
And also, if I remember, our bodies naturally go the same way as the sun. Like the higher the sun goes, the more energy we have. And as the sun starts going down, so is our energy.
Well, I mean, I think that makes sense if you're outside.
That's
right?
true, which you'll get exposed to.
The vitamin D.
Yeah, I got you that D. Okay, moving on.
Yep. Average to good, but we'll still take it.
We will take it.
Now, this one also makes sense, but I think people should be reducing this all the time.
Yeah. And this is reduce blue light exposure in the evening. Blue light meaning like computers, screens,
and
television.
And I think all day, but specifically this one's countering evening for kind of similar to one, which is you don't want your eyes so fatigued and overstimulated right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
But nowadays, phones have a
Night mode.
Yeah. These glasses have blue light. I paid for the blue light. They were like, you can either do, it was one of the other options. It was like, make them thinner or blue light. And I'm like, well, they're already Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Get thick frames and put the blue light, because I'm dealing with computers at home when I'm editing this stuff, when I'm working on production, when I'm at work.
Yeah.
All day I'm in front of a fucking screen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just put it on there.
Yeah.
You know, and I think also for those people that don't wear glasses and are looking for a way around this, you could also buy blue light filter film.
That's right.
That goes right on your monitor. You can get that on Amazon super cheap.
They straight up sell the blue light glasses also.
You can wear them. I mean, they sell them like the reading glasses at Walgreens, but I'm saying for people that don't like glasses, don't want to wear them, you can, as an alternative, put it on the screen, and then there you go. Now, you're probably not going to want to deal with your phone, but there is a night mode. So.
Yeah, night modes are awesome. Like
it's that yellow light.
And then I know my phone automatically, and my iPad, and even my computer just automatically like switches once it goes into I got you.
I'm going to skip through 2 and just honorably mention them because I think they're stupid but important.
Okay.
Don't consume caffeine late in the day. Duh.
Duh.
Reduce irregular or long daytime naps. Duh. Okay, this is good.
This is good.
Yeah,
I like
this is good.
I like this.
Try to sleep and wake at consistent times. So
I like that.
It's routine based, right?
Yeah, and it goes
just like exercise. It's good to have your body get used to. This is normal winding down. This is when you're getting up.
Yeah,
right?
And naturally, I get tired around 10:30 p.m. That's like, I'm just going to sleep 10:30. Like this is my peak. I got like 10, 15 minutes to hit the bed before like you go over that window of going to sleep. And it's going to suck today thanks to fucking daylight saving times, because that means I'm going to, my body is not going to get ready. No, because you go forward. So 11:30.
Yeah, but that's why you change the clocks to mind fuck yourself.
That's true. Mind fuck it. And then I'm going to be noticing, like today, I know I got up naturally without my alarm going off at my normal waking up time. So I usually during the week I wake up at 6 to get ready for work. Today it was like 7:05. I got up. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Next thing I know, it's fucking like almost 10. I'm like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah. It happens though.
It happens.
But because of that extra sleep, maybe you won't be so fucked tonight.
We shall see. I might just go do a little walk after.
That I'm sure is on this list.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It
do
has
a little
to be.
exercise or something. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. Oh yeah, fuck number 6. But that's a good idea as far as like routine. Number 6, Coop and I, we both flipped it off.
We just
because
shit
it was. Go ahead and say.
Take a melatonin supplement.
Don't do it.
Take some heroin.
Don't.
Okay?
Yeah.
You want to do something? Do it right. No. No, but we just got done talking about that.
And it doesn't work for me.
Everybody.
Maybe it does work for everybody.
Most people I know don't like it. Most people I know also that like sleeping aids don't like it because your body develops an immunity almost the first or second time.
Yeah.
And then even if you double or triple the amount of melatonin, it's just not going to work because it has, just like everything else in your body, receptors.
Yeah.
And once those receptors are tapped out, it's just like vitamins. You can take a whole bottle of vitamins.
Yeah.
You're going to piss weird colors, but also your body's only going to...
No, finish your thought.
Well, no, I was going to say you're going to piss weird colors because anyone that pisses weird colors is a vitamin deficiency.
Mm-hmm.
You've never heard of that? Like, you ever like detoxed or something?
Oh, yeah.
So it's similar, like vitamins or anything. Like if you have a surplus of vitamin C, it's going to make your pee look a different color.
It's funny because...
What were you thinking I was going to?
No. I thought you were going with that. But it's funny you say that because this week... my partner was so kind enough. She got me a one a day vitamin supplement, and ever since I've been taking it, especially in the morning, like until like 1 or 2, my pee has been like neon yellow. And I'm like, and even like last night, I've been drinking I drank a lot of water and stuff, and so this morning I was just like, so
it's the you know what it is? It's some people say it's excess because what I was getting at was your body can only take in so many. And once it gets past the threshold, it just bypasses it and you're spewing it out. and that's why it's shooting frickin' highlighters out of your
And then that's what as long as it's not like purple, then that's
or
what we
blood.
got. Blood. Yeah. No, but I remember. Did you ever watch on HBO like leading up to like a big fight? They used to have like the 2020 or like 24.
Oh, you mean like the
all
boxing
access?
stuff?
Yeah, the boxing.
Yeah.
There's this Mexican boxer. He was gonna fight Floyd Mayweather, and that like he'll take like vitamins and then he'll collect his piss and drink his piss.
Okay.
And his thing is like, yeah, we spend so much money on these vitamin supplements that sometimes like the body is not ready to accept it. So he was drinking his piss to get, and it was gross.
Kelly should have used that defense, dude. He's like, I'm just trying to help these girls out.
We're going to hell.
Oh, specifically me.
Oh,
maybe you for laughing.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. I'll put in a good word for you.
I'll see you there.
Yeah,
I'll see you there.
I'll save a seat for you.
I'll save a seat for you.
Hell yeah. I'll warm it up.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll keep it nice and toasty.
Hell yeah. No, but that was good.
That was good. Hey, but yeah, I remember that. And when I was seeing my piss, I'm like, fuck, that's probably what it is. I like this number 7. I like where this is going.
It's a little more educational.
Go ahead.
Because I love how 6 goes like melatonin, and then they're like, why didn't you put melatonin on number 7? That's how shitty melatonin is.
Yeah.
So number 7, try these real things. Ginkgo biloba. Now this is a funny one because in the 90s, I believe this was all the rage. You see this at gas stations. It was really kind of the holistic do-all. It's a natural herb with many benefits. It says it may. See, this is what I don't like about some of these natural supplements. They can't even say what this shit does. So it may aid sleep, relaxation, and stress reduction, but it may also make you pull a Michael Douglas and falling down and attack a fucking fast food restaurant. It says that.
Really?
No,
okay. It might make you go crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Now, I'm such a little Gavin Rossdale Bush fan. I read the second one.
I read it.
You read it as glycerine?
Glycerine, too.
It's glycine. Son of a bitch. Just doesn't have glycine.
What?
Just doesn't sound as good.
Don't let my
sleep go by.
Glycine could have been easier on me.
All right. Now, that one... Now, I like, so this article, I'm just going to put this out there. This article is dog shit because while I'm reading it, I can't read it out loud because I don't want to sound like a complete idiot. But I'm going to read a little just so you guys are like, what are you talking about? So glycine, it's all, a few studies show, it's like, why can't you just say what the studies are? A few studies show that taking 3 grams of the amino acid glycine can improve sleep quality. How? So it's just, take what it is for what it is, okay? Now, these are options. I think everyone should be doing their research a little more. I know this is holistic stuff, so I don't think it's going to make you grow a 3rd leg or anything, but it might help with that. Next up is Valerian Root. Now, this sounds like some kind of Star Trek shit. The Valerians.
Yeah, the Valerians are common. Yeah,
the Valerian taint pinch. Several studies suggest that Valerians, it sounds like a race of people, that Valerians can help you fall asleep and improve sleep quality. Now, how do you find these Valerians? Do you got to go down to like your local hardware store? Or?
Wow.
Oh, that was racist. That was racist.
There's no need for that.
By the way, what are local hardware stores anymore? I don't think they exist.
No.
Maybe an Ace? And Mexicans aren't at Ace Hardware.
Because... They're all at the Home Depot.
You're going to find all the white people at the Ace Hardware.
There's some Kohl's, though. Kohl's is pretty good.
Kohl's?
Yeah.
But that's not a hardware store.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lowe's. I'm sorry.
Lowe's. Yeah, I'm like, Kohl's? What the? They got day laborers at Kohl's now? What, are they taking the tags off? What the fuck? What'd they be doing? Magnesium. I don't know who.
Magnesium.
Some of this shit just... This is not... I'm not enjoying number 7 anymore, guys. If you're looking for us for advice, you've already fucked up.
You fucked up.
But Let's just jump down to the bottom. I'm liking this last
I
one.
like the lavender.
Yeah, lavender.
Yeah.
Now you can get a nice tease.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even get some lavender from the yard. Just chew on it. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do.
I'm not sure either, but I know they also recommend putting like lavender essential oils, like in your what's those things, the purifiers, diffusers. Yeah, that also works. I know people that straight up buy like lavender pouches and they put it like underneath, like between their pillows and stuff, so they're sleeping. And that I haven't tried that yet, but I'm a fan of lavender. Lavender is just great for sleeping, for stress. Lavender's a great flower.
You know what I recommend?
What?
Get some lavender tea or something. Yeah. But then also go out and buy some lavender.
Yeah.
Like you don't even need the seeds. You can literally buy some plants. Steph's been learning about all this propagating and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been taking the stuff we already have and replanting it and rooting.
Yeah, I know
it works.
I noticed that you have it over here towards the right hand side. Yeah, I saw that.
So we love the lavender too because the bees love it.
Yeah,
it smells great.
It smells great,
and it's great to get the bees in because you're helping like nature.
Yeah,
because dude, holy shit, when the lavender blooms in the backyard. What I like doing is getting really baked in the morning. Yeah. And it's going out there and watching the bees work. Bees are trippy, dude, because they know I think there's some kind of intuition with bees. Mm-hmm. Like they seem like they're the smarter of the insects. Yeah. Because when I was a kid, I was always scared of bees. And as I became an adult, I've learned if you don't fuck with them, they leave you alone.
They don't give a fuck. They
really don't care.
Yeah.
And like I could sit maybe a foot away, and just watch 30 fucking bees just work.
Yeah,
and it's weird because there's nothing more zen to me. Like,
well, I think we just getting older, but yeah, there's a lavender in my school. There's a lavender plant, and yeah, you'll just see bees like crazy working on it, and I'm just like, yeah, bees, you keep this world going, bro.
Yeah, dude, because honey's important.
Keep it going. A really side note, I've been an advocate for stress tea, specifically the Koji Kava one. Okay. And there's two different types. I was just seeing the ingredients for the one I like, and nothing that was in that freaking list is here.
Is there some chamomile in there, maybe?
No. But I strongly recommend, going back to your tea thing, get the stress tea. I've seen the stress tea also with the with lavender honey, which is funny because we're just talking about those two things. They're really good, and yeah, they nice and relax you, And I get it. Like some of us, I know I used to love this drink. I used to love drinking coffee right before I went to sleep, but I mean that was in my 20s. Now I'm in my late 30s now. I can't believe I'm going to be in my late 30s this year.
It's crazy to say shit like that.
It's crazy to think that, dude. I know. So I'm like, I can't do that shit no more. So I've been drinking tea a lot, specifically teas to kind of just settle me down. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm a strong believer of lavender. I love lavender, and I think that's the smell, the scent I kind of tend to go for whenever I buy candles and stuff. Nice little lavender.
Yeah, I like vanilla too.
Vanilla's a good one.
But yeah, lavender's nice and soothing. And then ever since we went to Maui, me and Steph, because there's lavender farm we went to out there. Yeah, and that's where we went paragliding. But ever since we went to that farm is really when we kind of adopted lavender so much, because I think it reminded us of being there. Yeah. But then also it was it exposed us to how awesome lavender is, and just the way it smells and the way it looks, because I mean, dude, we love purple.
We love purple.
I mean, look, backdrop, shirt. I got a purple shirt too, and purple's one of the best colors out there.
It's funny. It's funny because our teenage selves will be kicking our asses so fucking hard right now.
I was not big on purple.
No, we hated purple. We were black. Yeah, black, and blackly black. Mm-hmm.
Blackest of the black.
Yes, the darkest, and we know that there's different shades of black also.
Now we acknowledge that. Before we were ignorant to it.
our palette got reformed with the black.
I only see color.
I only see. I like it. I like it.
Gag.
No, but yeah. I feel like now we're older. I love the it's a relaxing color.
And it can be, and it also could be very vibrant and lively.
And it's a color that really pops up. And I think that's when we started this project, and we're like, hey, let's create a logo, blah blah blah. This is like the sign, like right here that we really like levitated to. I'm like, hey, I kind of like this color scheme. It reminds me of like fucking Gravedigger and like the Joker and all
exactly. So that's funny because I feel like it's horror, but if you look on an old ancient standpoint, it's very royal.
Yeah, purple's a royal color.
You go from being an elitist color almost, right, to becoming this almost like punk rock.
Yeah,
it's just funny.
And I love this logo. I love this shirt. Yo, and y'all can pick up the shirt over in our
Dead Air Digital Instagram. We got the link in the bio. If you don't know, now you know.
For sure. Let's go.
You can't say it either.
I can't say it, no.
Neither can I. We'll put it in the subtitles.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, we won't. Just listen Biggie Smalls.
Number 8's kind of shitty, dude. I mean, okay,
but it's true.
Only on a time standpoint.
Okay.
I feel like it's too much of an absolute.
Mm-hmm.
It is not necessarily an absolute.
You need to, just with anything in life, it's all moderation.
And time.
Yeah, and time.
Just like the caffeine.
Yeah, so number 8, don't drink alcohol, which is...
It just says don't drink alcohol.
No.
Now all my Catholics out there, what are you going to do? You know, what are we doing?
What are we going to do, huh?
What are all my drug addicts out there, all my strip club regulars?
What am I going to say that to my wine membership, that they just automatically send wine to my to my apartment?
What are you going to tell them?
Huh?
You're just going to change your billing address?
Sorry, I can't go anymore.
Like, I'm just going to change the zip code and it'll start declining.
I ain't calling because I don't like to deal with people. The hell I'm not. I ain't gonna call nobody. But luckily, it's under my name. It's under my partner's name. So,
but can't you just? So it says alcohol is known to cause or increase the symptoms of sleep apnea, snoring, and disruptive sleep patterns. Now I'm gonna just say this too. You know what else causes sleep apnea? Being overweight in the neck area. That has nothing to do with alcohol.
No.
So lumping all these things together, this person who wrote this article is either an alcoholic or someone who's struggling with booze. Because this number 8 seems more of an attack on alcohol completely than it is educational on what you should do.
And like I said earlier, like when I was reading about like how to prevent snoring, it said stop drinking, reduce alcohol consumption up to an hour and a half. And I think that makes sense.
You know why it's saying this? I just read a little more.
Why?
This is what happens.
What happened?
Yeah. So alcohol naturally reduces your melatonin production within your body. So even if you're drinking in the morning, it could maybe affect your melatonin production at night. But here's the thing. Just like everything else, like you said, there's a cutoff, and then guess what? Prep.
Yeah.
You know, start drinking the tea. Start turning the lights down. Don't look at your fucking phone right before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Which is really hard to do.
And I mean, it also, you have to listen to your body, dude. And when you get older, like when we were fucking in our 20s, we used to pound fucking 40s and then go to sleep 5 minutes after. Like now, it's all in moderation and knowing your body and how much you can take and how much you cannot.
This one's interesting.
Set your bedroom temperature.
I don't agree with this because I've read something that says something different, but I'm going to go over this anyway. This says set your bedroom temperature. Now, this is saying we all have optimal body temperature when we go to sleep. This article is saying 70 degrees seems to be a comfortable temperature for most people. Now, take in mind, if you're wearing a blanket and you set your thermostat to 70 fucking degrees, you're going to be sweating.
You're going to be sweating. You're not going to have a good time.
I disagree with this completely. An article I've read actually said it is better for your house to be almost really cold.
Yeah.
Because one, you're bundling up anyway, but two, your body understands when you're sleeping, your body temperature drops naturally, along with your heart rate, all that shit. Because you're at a resting sedative state. If it's too warm, you're not going to answer that. Your body's going to be still warm. It's not going into that state as easily. So you're not getting to that REM because it's way too warm. I mean, think about it. Do you sleep well when it's super hot?
Fuck no.
But when it's super cold, you sleep okay?
Oh, you love it.
You can bundle up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe 70 with the blankets on, but who's fucking doing that? Who's doing the math on that one? Well, if you minus the blanket temperature.
No, and yeah, like I fucked up that last night. But yeah, I feel like it's impossible to set a time. And you know what? Know your body. Know your body. What was number 11? Number 11, don't eat late in the evening. Nah, we can skip that. We already know. We know.
This is a good one. And I think this is probably what has been the cause of my stuff lately, because I've had some angst and some thoughts. So relax and clear your mind in the evening. You know, and that's kind of what we're saying is like it's a sleep prep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to, which means all of tomorrow thoughts, all of today's thoughts.
Yeah.
Throw them away.
Yeah.
Think about maybe a distraction. Like right before bed, I'm going to think about my weekly goals, or think about maybe the books I want to read this week.
I think that's why it's a good thing before you go to sleep, like to do some reading, do some like breathing exercise, do some meditation, kind of clear yourself and get ready to go sleep. And let's take a little pee break.
You know what? I don't know. I think we can just wrap it up.
Want to just wrap it? All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what though? I would add one thing that I read a long time ago, and scroll number 17. Scroll down to number 17. Okay. Don't drink any liquids.
This goes great, but right to end it.
But is one thing I also learned. I read this a long time ago. To get better sleep, use your bedroom just to sleep and or sex. So that way your body knows when I'm here in bed, I'm either going to be sleeping or it's going to be for like intimacy. And I think, again, it's just training your body and thinking about it. And yeah, I've learned when I used to have a television in my bed, so I'll be watching television and stuff. And yeah, it was very like difficult to transition.
Yeah.
Now it's like, even if I'm not super tired, the moment my body gets in bed and like the lights are off, like my body knows, oh, okay, cool, we're going to sleep. All right, let's go and switch it off then. And I think that's very important. But it goes back to
I mean, it's a mental habit.
It absolutely
and you got to build good mental habits.
Yeah. But let's finish with the number 17, which I think is a great thing, because I definitely do wake up at night with this.
You know, don't drink any liquids before bed. Don't drink too many liquids while you're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Danny rarely does, but today, you know, he was a little under energized, and I gave him some of my Mayan Montezuma coffee.
Mm-hmm.
That basically, I mean, man.
Yeah.
Mainline cleared me out.
And I mean, the thing is, I had coffee before heading over here.
Oh, Jesus.
So.
All right, no more caffeine for you today because you need some restful sleep.
I need some stress tea.
Yeah.
Yo, I cannot stress about the stress tea. It's really bomb.
And I wanted to say right before we go about the stress tea, don't just go for the fucking sucker Trader Joe's expensive shit. Look around, go to Ross, go to places like World Market. They will sell discounted teas. Be smart, people. Save some money. Amazon, too. If you want to outsource fucking small business, go to Amazon.
I go to Target. It's like $5 or $4 for like the package.
Or go to Target.
Yeah.
Spend a day. Bring the kids.
What I also learned, I read this a long time ago, like, save money when it comes to like cleaning supplies, like get for the discount stuff, because they all have the same.
It's the same ingredients, same active ingredients.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. And you know,
save yourself the $1.
We used to get teased for it because of the Payless shoes and like the off-brand shit when we were kids. But that's because we grew up in poor neighborhoods that glorified spending your money versus saving your money. And it was all about flaunting at a poor. That's what poor culture is. It's flaunty.
It really is, and it just adds to freaking financial issues and being irresponsible.
I would have had such great comebacks for those mean kids in middle school. They'd be like, "Yeah, your shoes are ghetto." I'll be like, "Yeah, but what kind of car does your dad drive?"
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, but where's your dad?
A Chrysler 300, but you got brand new Jordans?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
Me and Ryan used to talk shit about how Chrysler 300s was the ghetto man's Bentleys.
Remember how freaking like it was everywhere, those Chrysler 300s?
In ghetto, I shouldn't say ghetto.
Yeah.
In more diverse areas.
In lower social class neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Economical, social. Whatever.
And they're always parked on the lawn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's with Beamers and 300s in the east side being parked on lawns, but they are everywhere.
I once read I was listening to another podcast, and they're saying that San Jose is known for, what car did it wasn't Audis, Infinities. Like there's like East San Jose has so many Infinities, or I forgot what car, one of those cars, and I'm like,
Infinity?
I think so. And then I started like seeing them, like, shit, there is a shitload of these Infinities everywhere. It wasn't even BMW, it was like another brand. But whatever. It might be.
You know what, guys? Just do your best. There you go. And
There you
Sully
go.
said
we
it.
had to.
He couldn't say it better than anybody. But do the best you ever can. Do the best you ever fucking did. Go away. And by saying that,
We're done.
we'll see you later. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Just remember to wipe extra better. You know, just wipe good, because sometimes things can just add up. I don't know where I was going with that. Just wipe your ass. You know, a little advice.
Wash your hands.
Well, and then wash your hands after, not before. After. All right. Peace.
Later.